Hi guys, and welcome back to the 12 days of foundation day 2. If you missed number 1, it will be linked down below along with timestamps for this video if you would like to skip ahead to the before and after flash photo test, how it looks at the end of the day. Today it is all about the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. This was sent to me by the website Orabelle, which is actually a Canadian retailer who sells LA Girl. If you want to check them out, I will link to them down below. In the United States, it's much more readily available. And then also here in Toronto, I believe they do sell LA Girl at the Clore stores, the beauty supply stores. So it kind of pops up in random places, but let's go ahead and get started. So the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation has been out for some time now. It initially launched, I believe, with 12 shades, which is what they have on the Orabelle website. When you look on the LA Girl website, there's 24 shades, which is amazing. They've always done a really good job with their shade ranges. They actually just released some foundation mix-ins as well as some more of the concealers too. Those are super popular for contouring, for highlighting, especially on Instagram. And I've tried some of their products and really enjoyed them. I have the HD version of this, or their original foundation, but it's in a shade that's too dark and I feel like that's going to be really oily on me, but I don't know. Today we're testing out the Pro Matte HD High Definition Long Wear Matte Foundation. I have the shade Soft Honey and I feel like this is not going to be a great match for me, but we'll see how it wears throughout the day either way. It claims to be medium to full coverage, so buildable, be incredibly long wearing, matte, blur the pores, all that good stuff. So I'm going to bring you in so we can see how it performs. Going to be using a sponge today for application, and as I mentioned, it is available in a lot of kind of like more random places as opposed to like a lot of mass retailers, at least in Canada anyways. So the retail price is going to differ. On the LA Girl website it says it's retailing for $10.99, and I would assume that's in American. Orabelle is $12.99, so it really kind of depends where you end up picking it up, but overall it is definitely a more affordable brand. Even cheaper than a lot of drugstore items, especially as of recently. So this Soft Honey shade is actually a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. I took out 2 pumps and it does have a pump on it. Comes in a really nice bottle. Looks quite high end. You're getting a full fluid ounce in there, which is the average size of a foundation. Blending out really nicely. And as always, if you use a denser brush, that will give you more coverage. I prefer a sponge for application of most foundations at the moment. So far I think that things are looking really good. It's definitely a matte foundation. I feel like lately there's been a lot of like modern matte and natural matte, but I feel like this is more matte. It definitely has pretty much set on my skin almost immediately. If you have a normal to even combo skin type, you may not want to set this. Dry skin, I don't think you're gonna like this. You may want to reach for their original HD foundation or perhaps mix an oil in with this, but it is quite matte. That being said, I don't think it looks super flat on the skin. There's still a little something going on there, but definitely quite a matte finish. So I'm not going to like press a bunch of powder into my skin like I did yesterday with that dewier foundation. I'm just going to lightly set my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some flash photo. Rue's in her litter box. This always happens in my foundation reviews because I'm always filming like first thing in the morning, and then she's like getting up, she's eating, and she's going in the litter box, scraping around, and then she'll come out and start meowing. This is Rue's morning routine video as well. Was that a good one? Hey, baby. You done? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. Everything I'm wearing will be listed down below as always. And I gotta say, I'm surprised with how quickly this kind of set on my face, and the fact that it doesn't look like, it obviously looks like I'm wearing a makeup, but it doesn't have a really matte cakey look. And I think the key with very matte foundations is to do very light layers, and if you can use a sponge, use a wet sponge, because it just kind of puts it on your face nicer, if I'm to be in such technical terms. But it doesn't look super flat or super cakey. If you do have texture, I definitely recommend using a hydrating primer, not something dewy, just hydrating, to ensure that it doesn't kind of cake up on your face. but I gotta say I'm really happy with how it looks right now. As for photos, I thought it performed quite well. It's not the kind of foundation that's like a super natural foundation that I would only wear on its own without concealer. So here in my studio lights, it looks good, but it definitely looks a little bit flat on the face. And then when I took flash photos, I think there's definitely a little bit of flashback. I feel like with truly matte foundations, you don't have as much wiggle room because it is really kind of coating your entire face as opposed to like your skin peeking through. And like I said, it doesn't look heavy like that, but when you take a flash photo with nothing else on your face, it definitely looks a little bit flat, and there is a little bit of flashback. That could be partially because of the actual shade match and then partially because of the foundation, but it's nothing horrific. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue wearing this. Oh, I should say it does feel quite light on my face. It feels very comfortable as well. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for a few hours and check back with you in some natural lighting. Stop looking.
I'm looking.
You're staring right at me. Hey guys, coming to you with my midday check-in in some natural light. Hello, Rue. Things are looking really, really good. If you can hear some noise, we're just doing our meal prepping for the week, but I don't feel like it... What?
Whoa.
Stop. That's Nem sparking. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Yeah, but I think things look really good. It still feels really comfortable on my skin. Nothing has patched away. I don't look oily, so I'll continue to wear it for a few... Stop watching me.
Not doing anything.
I'll continue to wear it for a few more hours, and I will check back with you at the end of the evening. Hey guys, I'm back. It is the end of the evening, and I am so impressed. This is actually my first time trying this foundation. A few of the videos here in the 12 days of foundation will be first impressions. A few will be more kind of detailed reviews, depending on how much time I've had to play with them. That being said, things look really good. I'm a little bit shiny and red in the eyes because I did just wake up from a nap. Rue seduced me on the couch, man. She came over and cuddled me and got right in my arms. I'll show you a picture how cute we were, and I ended up falling asleep. But that being said, things still look really good. Like, I could wake up, head out the door right now with my face looking like this. So I'm so impressed with this. If you have oily skin, I recommend you give this a try. I don't know if I just haven't seen any reviews on it or if a lot of people aren't talking about it, but I haven't seen much about this foundation, and I'm really, really impressed. And although I said yesterday my face is not as oily as it once was, that still doesn't mean that I can't kind of like calculate in my mind what I feel and what I think would be good for oily skin, because my skin is still still oily, it's just not as oily. And in addition to that, based on texture, the way it applies, the way it feels, I still have a good idea of what's going to kind of stick around on oily skin, and I think that this is a really good one. If you have a lot of texture on your face, it may highlight that because it is quite a matte finish, but I feel like the side that I primed, especially initially, looked a little bit smoother, but that's just something to keep in mind. It could also make a good mixing foundation if you're looking to make a foundation a little bit more matte. Now that they've upped the shade range as well, that is super exciting. I feel like it has not oxidized. It has nice packaging, a good shade range, a good price. So all around, very, very happy with this. The only potential downfall for me would be, you know, kind of potentially enhancing texture depending on the texture on your skin. Doesn't look like it will be fabulous in flash photos, but that also is going to depend on the situation your photo is taken in and how good of a match it is for your skin. But overall, really, really happy with this. My blush and bronzer still look really good. I mean, I just had my face on a pillow napping for like an hour and a half, so I think things look great. So definitely recommend this one for oily skin. If you have combo, I think you would like it as well. Normal to dry, I'm not totally sure. Normal perhaps if you did not set it. Dry, I feel like it's just too matte. So as always, let me know if you have tried this foundation. Will you be trying it out? And I will try and find a few places that it is available listed down below, because like I mentioned in the beginning, LA Girl can be a little bit trickier to get your hands on. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Samantha Jane OYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow, actually, for day 3. Bye!